It takes a lot to know yourself, to love yourself. I have found that out the hard way. You know, like most of us, we find that out the hard way. That you must always put yourself first and always love you. Because something on the outside could never love you the way you love you. Could never feel the way that you feel for yourself when you love yourself. You know? And it can hurt you when you choose everything that is outside of yourself, you know? The people that you choose, the energy that you choose to be around, you know, everything can feel as if it's tumbling down before it even starts, you know, because you didn't choose to put yourself first. You know, you didn't feel out every single emotion when you needed to. You held it in. You cried, you know, and you cried in the inside and didn't truly feel that energy that was crying to be heard, crying to be felt, crying to be. You know, I have had so many different emotions in my life that needed to be expressed. And I think a lot of us are holding back so many different emotions that need to be expressed, that need to be felt, that need to be felt, that need to be experienced. Because everything that we want to be, everything that we are is because of what they feel. You know, we are all things because of how we make people feel. How we feel. You know, all these emotions create the reality that we live. It creates all things, truly. If you want to manifest a life, if you want to be a God, goddamn, you gotta feel. You gotta build off of those feelings, off of that vibration, off of that true energy that you are, because when you hold it in and you hold it so tight that you can't even know what's right, you gotta feel so that you can build. And when those emotions start to come out, you start to see yourself, that little girl, that little boy that just wanted to be heard, you know. But he had to be tough. He had to be strong. He had to know what the next move was. He had to know how to walk, how to talk, how to tell somebody to do this, to do that, you know. And he had to put his emotions to the side so that nobody would be able to see that he was just a little boy crying to be heard, crying to be felt. But in this world where that beautiful melanated God cannot even express his emotions, it has put him in a place where he's even locked that away from himself, you know. And that goes for the same for women. We are able to express our emotions, but are we able to completely understand those emotions? Because then there's another emotion that you're going through. So it's like, we all truly just need to love each other, and understand each other, that we are all going through something. Where we need each other. We need the energy of that yin, that yang, that fire, that water flow energy. We need to embrace each other and have grace for each other, because it's a lot. It really is. To be beautiful, to be melanated, to be gods, to rise again, to heal again, to build again, to feel again. We must love each other and look at each other like, man, I know you out here going through some shit. Me too. So guess what I'm gonna do? I ain't gonna make it hard for you, okay? I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna care for you. I'm gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? If you need to talk about something, you need to get some emotions out, I'm here for you, because I understand you. I am your reflection, God. I love you. You are all things. You are all things to me, God. Whatever has happened, whatever drugs they put on the street, whatever, child support that you had to pay, goddamn. Whatever reason that you decided not to be fully in my life. Damn. For whatever reason, I love you. I truly love you. And I forgive you. Because it's our time to build. And in order to heal, you have to forgive. You have to forgive. And you have to understand too. It's like, that God, that melanated God, my dad, he might have not have been in my life, but I know why. When you go outside and you see what the fuck is going on, I gotta build something for my family. I gotta make sure motherfucking bills is getting paid. And I understand that. I truly do. He might have not have done it in the most perfect way and was at the basketball games and, in my life the way I wanted him to be. But I forgive. And I love so deeply. I love so deeply for all of the sacrifices, all of everything. I love so deeply. I truly do. I love so deeply. So, for all the melanated gods, you know what I'm saying? For them gods, I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the realest ones, you know what I'm saying? The head of the energy. You are the director. We flow. We are energies of flow. That is where our power goes. God, So, I thank you for being the light, for always shining your light, Ra, shining your power, God. Thank you, because without it, who would I be? You know, who would I truly be without the pain, without the forgiveness that I have? Who would I be? You know, so I thank you for my lessons, to be a greater God, to look every man in the face, look every God in the face and say, I love you and I forgive you. You know, well, who does that make me? Do you understand what kind of power that is? That's power, to forgive, to still love. Thank you. Thank you. Feel some, feel some, feel some, feel. I'm trying to feel some real. I'm trying to feel some real. Hey, that song stuck in my head like a motherfucker. With Chad, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Triple D that, goddamn. And then, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for, you know what I'm saying, being that light, you know what I'm saying, and being that seed in my life to create life, goddamn. You know, I appreciate you truly. You know, it did put me in a place where I had to connect deeper with my masculine energy and have a deeper understanding for the gods, you know. But now I'm in a place where it's like, I'm trying to feel some real. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to flow through that shit now, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got to be hard, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to be tough. I can be in my power, you know, and my masculine and my feminine energy and flowing through it. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not the most girliest girl, and I'm not the most, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Beach ass type, you know, person. I ain't that type. I ain't gonna go too deep with that. But God has truly created my path, and I'm so grateful. I'm so happy to be who I am. You know, I am not perfect, but I am worth it. You know, and that was another thing that I had to uncover, unmask, you know. When he is not there, it makes you feel as if you are not worthy of his love, of his energy. But then you gotta look at yourself and be like, girl, you fine as hell. You worth it all, girl. You worth it all. You are worth it all. You know, I had to tell myself that I was worth it all. And I deserved it all. That I was everything and more. That I am powerful. That I am God driven. I am God body energy. Walking, talking, goddamn. You know what time it is. We are here to serve a greater and higher consciousness and higher power, higher divinity, you know, and that shit just shine through me, you feel me? It just shining through me, you feel me? So I appreciate you. I'm trying to tell you what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to break it down. I'm breaking it down so deeply or whatever, but I'm trying to make sure you understand, God, that I appreciate you for everything that I have learned from you, everything that I have grown because of you. I thank you so much, God. I appreciate you for shining your light, being everything that you could be, you know, because I know what you was doing it for, You know, you was doing it for our family. You was doing it so that we had more. You know, so I thank you, God. I truly, truly thank you for who you are. I thank you, Dad. I thank you so much, Dad. I thank you so much. I thank you so much, Dad. Daddy. And hey, I say Dad. I'm sorry. I'm from the suburbs or whatever, but I be saying Dad. But I thank you so much, Dad, for being who you have been in my life. Thank you. Ashe, ashe.